Hello YouTube! Today on the Naughty Librarian, I am doing the mid-year freakout book tag. I was tagged by Leanna over at Leanna's Library, so I will leave a link to her video down below so you can check it out. The year is a little bit over halfway over right now, and I mean, it's not unusual for book readers to freak out about their TBR list, or just freak out in general, because I feel like we're like a freak out prone bunch. But yeah, so let me freak out in this book tag. let's go. Number 1, best book you read so far in 2018. I'm gonna go with Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. It is just amazing. Like, I don't know, it just had that sense of magic that lots of books have magic in them, but they don't have that like pizzazz, you know what, that X factor where it's very immersive like Harry Potter. So yeah, it just has that Harry Potter factor where you just feel like immersed in the world. And it's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. Also, Tomi Adeyemi is just like a wonderful human. So that just adds to the like X Factor appeal. Number 2, the best sequel you've read so far in 2018. I mean, obviously Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. Like, what other book would I pick? I've read a lot of sequels, but if I have to pick like the best sequel, I'm gonna say Iron Gold. I love the Red Rising series so much. Everything about it is amazing. Like, I wouldn't change very much. And Iron Gold just gave me like everything I wanted. I loved it so much. And I particularly like the Lysander and Cassius chapters because I just want to see them be like space pirate vigilantes. Like, I just want to read a whole book about that. That would be so cool. Number 3, a new release you haven't read yet but want to. I'll say Wicked and the Wallflower by MacLean because I have seen so many people just rave about it, and I don't usually like historical romances, but I heard so many like great reviews from people that I really trust their opinion on books, because I believe like Lauren from the Novel Lush said she really liked it. My friend Alexa, she's a book blogger, she really liked it. So I was like, okay, the jury has spoken. Like, I need to read this book. So I bought a copy. I'm going to read it. It's happening. Number 4, the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. There are so many books coming out for the rest of the year, but I went with The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kiersten White. I have been dying to read this. It sounds so good. I was lucky enough to get an ARC from Y'all West, and this comes out in September, so it's coming out soon. Oh my gosh, I just want to read it. I want to be in it. I want to be in you. About this girl who's like kind of an orphan, and then the Frankenstein family, and they're like, hey, our son is a creepy weirdo. Orphan girl, come in for a hot meal. By the way, you're also his best friend now. Gotcha. So it's kind of that story, and I'm all about it. And it's Kiersten White, and she's one of my favorite authors, so I just want to read it. I just want to read this so much. Number 5, biggest disappointment. I mean, it's not really a surprise at this point, but I have to say A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I have a rant video about how much I dislike this. I'll post the link down below if you want to check that out. But yeah, I know I'm in the minority and a lot of people really love this book. And I actually just saw like the trailer for the TV show. And honestly, the TV show looks a lot better than the book does. I'm just saying. I went in with such high hopes and it was just painfully dull. I know that doesn't bother the vast majority of people, but everyone who hates this book hates it for the same reason, and that is that it's boring, okay? Everyone who loves it for a vast majority of reasons, but everyone who has hate for it hates it for the same reason. So I'm like, there's like a club, okay? It's a club of us. Number 6, biggest surprise. I'm gonna say The Bone Witch by Chupeco. Just because it started off so slow for so long that I was like, I don't know about this. It seems bad. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh wait, no, this is dope. So it surprised me just while reading it. And I'm like all about this series right now. It's so good. I have the next book of the series on hold from the library because it hasn't come in yet because apparently it is popular. I think I'm like number 4 on the list still. But, oh, it's really good. It's really good, you guys. I recommend. Number 7. Favorite new author that's either a debut or new to you. I'm gonna go with a debut who is also new to me. I read The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert and I freaking loved it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good. It's not for everybody because it's kind of like twisty-turny and it doesn't always like have a moral, and then it just kind of ends. But like, I loved it. Like, I thought it was really good. I loved it a lot. I think Melissa Albert has like a lot of potential to be a powerhouse kind of author, and I'm like so excited to read something else from her. Like, this was amazing. So I totally want to read anything else she writes. Like, I'm in love. I'm in love with her. I love her. Number 8, newest fictional crush. I have the biggest crush on Aeduan from the Truthwitch series. However, he particularly shines in Windwitch, and Aeduan, he's like, there's a lot of us who like Aeduan a lot. Like, there's a whole like hashtag Baeduan. Like, people like this guy, and I am one of them. I'm like all about him. He's so cool. And like, he's such like, and he's really like a crazy good fighter. Like, he broke a guy's arm and then stabbed him in the neck with his own arm bone. Like, that is so like, it's so badass and horrifying at the same time. And I'm like, why do I still find him sexy? Like, there's something wrong with me, but like, maybe it's amazing with me. I'm not sure. Anyway, Aeduan, AKA Baeduan, totally my crush. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Number 9, newest favorite character. Oh my goodness, my little baby Art from The Handsome Girl and Her Beautiful Boy. He is my like, he's the manic pixie dream boy of my soul, and I love him intensely. Like, he's like my favorite. Like, I'd want to be best friends with him forever. He is like amazing, and he's like, everything is like life and death with him, and it's so dramatic all the time, but like, he's also like really down to earth. I can't explain him. He's just awesome. You should all read this book. Please. Everyone needs to read this book. It's really good. I like it a lot. Number 10, a book that made you cry. Ooh, I had like ugly cries during Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Dellaira. Like, ugly cries. Like, it was cathartic how hard I cried during this book. I don't know what it was. It was just like, there's something about this character. Her name is Laurel, and her whole plight, it just hit me in the soul. Like, like snot, like ugly crying. So definitely Love Letters to the Dead. Number 11, a book that made you happy. I totally am just delighted every time I think about The Summer of Jordi Perez and the Best Burger in Los Angeles by Amy Spalding. It's just gosh darn delightful. It's super summery and fun, and it's a girl-girl romance, and it's just like, and it's also a big like, I love you to Los Angeles, and I love Los Angeles. Maybe I'm biased because I live here, but like, I love it here. And it's just like everything I want. It's like everything I wanted. It's just full of joy. I highly recommend. If you just want something light and fluffy and funny, they'll just make you smile, this is your girl. Number 12, favorite book to movie adaptation you've seen this year. This one was hard because I don't really watch a lot of movies. I just don't. I want to, but like, I just never do. I just never get to the movies. But one movie that I did see was Black Panther, and that is obviously a comic book to film adaptation, so I'm going with that one. This one in particular was written by Roxane Gay, who's this super dope feminist author, and she wrote a World of Wakanda novel, so I was like all about it, and I bought it. And yeah, I like Black Panther quite a bit, and it is an adaptation, so I feel like I've answered the question. Number 13, favorite video you have done so far this year. I think my favorites are, I did a Drag Race book tag that is an original that I created, so check that out. I'll post a link down below. I am pretty proud that I made an original book tag, especially about Drag Race because I love it. Also, I got to interview a couple of my author friends, and that was really fun. I interviewed Amy Spalding, and I interviewed Brad Gottfred, and I'll post those links down below too. And they're just wonderful people, and I'm like so fortunate that like they didn't think I was a creepy weirdo, and they were like, hey, let's be friends. It's really cool that I have like friends who are authors who like came on my show. So I don't know, it was really cool to be able to interview authors. It was like, I don't know, I felt like I was cooler than I actually am, but like, I liked it a lot. Number 14, the most beautiful book you've bought or received this year. I am going to say the Red Queen Special Edition hardcover because it is gorgeous. It's got beautiful sprayed edges. I like that it's very monochromatic. It's all red like everywhere. The sprayed edges at the front and the back. It has like, let me show you. I don't know if you see it, but it has like a shiny kind of print. It's like red on red on red on red, and I'm like all about how like monochromatic it is. And I just bought it because I went to a Victoria Aveyard signing for when Warstorm came out, And then like I already had a copy of Red Queen, but then I was like, I don't have the special edition of Red Queen. So I was like, I shouldn't buy it, but I'm like, ah, fuck, I'm gonna buy it. So I bought it. Oh, you guys hear that? The sound of like a sprayed edge cracking is like so delightful to me. They also have all these really cool like art prints throughout the book. This is just one of them. So as a piece of art, I think this one is hitting it out of the park. It's really dope looking. Number 15. What books do you absolutely need to read by the end of the year? Oh gosh, my TBR list is frankly terrifying to think about, but I will like narrow it down to like a few that like are definitely on deck by the end of the year. First, I have to read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas because god damn it, why haven't I read this yet? Like, why is my life like this? I also definitely have to read Bright Reburn by Kiersten White because it is the end of the Conqueror saga. I love that series so much, but like, it's historical fiction based on historical fact, and it's the Vlad Dracul story, and I know some fucked up shit's about to happen to Vlad Dracul, so I'm like I'm scared. I'm scared to read it because I know there's gonna be so much heartbreak. So much heartbreak, but like, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so juicy. I gotta read this. I have to read Vicious by V.E. Schwab because Vengeful's coming out soon and she's doing a book tour and she's coming to Los Angeles. Oh my damn. And I have to read Vicious because I have not read it. In fact, I really haven't read much of anything by V.E. Schwab because I'm a monster. I have to read Lifelike by J. Kristoff. Leanna, if you're watching this, I know you're like vomiting with your hatred for me not having read this yet, but I haven't read it yet and I need to read it. I want to read it so bad. I want to be in you. I haven't got to read Reaper at the Gates yet, and I freaking love this series by Sabah Jahir, and like, I went to the book signing. God damn it, I need to read it. I need to read it. I haven't read it yet. Ugh. Also, I really want to continue with the Truthwitch series, so I have Sightwitch. I think it might be a prequel? I'm not sure if it's a prequel or not, but either way, I want to freaking read it. So, la la la. Okay, I'm cutting it there because like, my TBR list will literally go on forever. Like, it's just, I'm giving myself anxiety just thinking about my TBR list. Good Lord. This is why it's called the mid-year freakout tag, because now I'm freaking out. Whew. Okay. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any different answers to these questions. I want to know what you think. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.